The Honourable Phil Heatley.
Speaker, I rise to support the Arts Centre of Christchurch Trust Bill in this first reading, and can I acknowledge the sponsor, Christchurch Central MP Nikki Wagner, for introducing it to the House. I know that this isn't just something that she does simply, because I know that her heart is very much in this bill, just as her heart is very much in Christchurch, and I congratulate her and happily support the provisions in this bill. The Arts Centre Restoration Programme is understood to be the largest of its kind ever being undertaken in the world today. This bill is a key part of protecting and preserving that very Arts Centre of Christchurch for all of our futures, but not least of all the people of Christchurch and of wider Canterbury. It sets out the objects of the Trust and legislation and reflects the cultural and heritage significance of the Arts Centre. In noting that, it is important the objects of the Trust, as set out in this legislation, is clearly distinguished from the powers of the Trust Board to advance these objects. This is because the local, national and international heritage significance of the Arts Centre and its historic building. It's because of the importance of the Trust's objectives in relation to ensuring that the Arts Centre continues as a cultural centre for the people of Christchurch and to visitors of Christchurch. And it's because it's so that the heritage integrity of the Arts Centre and its historic stone buildings is preserved. Mr. Speaker, the Arts Centre holds a very special place in the hearts of the people of Christchurch. It's a collection of historic buildings on a site previously occupied by the University of Canterbury, and the Minister gave us a brief historical lesson on that. It was occupied by the University of Canterbury and two of the city's original secondary schools, Mr. Speaker. In fact, it represents one of the largest clusters of heritage buildings in New Zealand and is a cultural asset of local, national and international significance, as I outlined before. Interestingly, the Nobel Prize-winning scientist Lord Rutherford completed his undergraduate degree and carried out most of his groundbreaking research on this site, Mr. Speaker. This bill also provides an opportunity for greater certainty around the original intentions of the trust deed. This is to preserve the architecture and heritage values of the site. It's very important that we keep as close as possible to what was originally intended by designers and those in the act of construction way back when the original build occurred. It will provide a vibrant cultural centre for the people of Christchurch, and the bill will also, of course, ensure that new governance structure that has been recommended by the Arts Centre's Trust Board following comprehensive review does in fact occur. This included the commissioning of an independent report with the support of the Ministry for Culture and Heritage, and also involved an extensive consultation process with stakeholders over the last couple of years. So the bill provides for a skill-based board appointment by an appointments committee. That's very, very important, Mr. Speaker. Stakeholders, including the broader community, will have the opportunity to nominate candidates for trustee vacancies, Mr. Speaker. I see an opportunity there. This will provide trustees with the essential support of the community as one who is searching. Importantly, prior to the drafting of this bill, the Trust Board has undertaken wide-ranging consultation with key external stakeholders already, including the University of Canterbury, the Christchurch City Council, the Heritage New Zealand Poheretaunga, the Christchurch Civic Trust and Papatipu Runanga of Canterbury about the nature and the effect of the proposed changes. So the community as a whole is well weaved into this process, Mr. Speaker, and there's tremendous support by what Minister Nikki Wagner is wanting to achieve here for the community. So these stakeholders are supportive in principle of the proposed changes, including the move to a schools-based trust board. They see the sense in that. That's something that this national government has, over the last 5 or 6 years, ensured that schools on boards throughout the country is put top priority.
Mr Speaker.
I call the honourable member Chris Ockenville.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I'd just like to take a call on this particular bill because coming, as I do, from the West Coast, the development and the restoration